Celestial, Dios me dio la tarea de abrir la jaula que atrapó a mi madre y a mi abuela, para así poder liberar nuestros corazones y poder amar libremente.
40 years of the Chicano movement celebrated the women in the movement at the Mexican Heritage Plaza.
The importance of today's event was to focus on 40 years of Chicano history, the role of women in that movement, and to connect the past and the future by also talking about the immigrant rights movement and that whole Latino civil rights movement.
Mujeres en el Movimiento was the third of 4 events of the speaker series. Tonight's panelists were Martha Campos, Shirley Treviño, Tamara Alvarado, and was moderated by Teresa Castellanos.
I dubbed it the Young Chicano Movement because it taught us to become involved in our community.
The night began with an emotive presentation by Teatro Familias Unidas of Somos Mayfair. The panelists talked about the past, the present, and why San Jose should continue to move. Because in 40 years the city has seen improvements, but still not enough.
Si estás sola o eres pobre, que no te importe porque tus hijos son tu mayor tesoro y porque no hay pobreza en el corazón de una madre.
So we created that movement within the community patrol to monitor the police, to make sure that when we could get them, they weren't beating up on Chicanos and harassing them.
I think one of the great things about San Jose for Chicanas is that there is a lot of opportunity here. Sure, there's a lot of obstacles, but I feel like a lot of the Chicanas here that are from older generations really push us, from my generation, and then I'm pushing others ahead of me to try different things.
When you look at these 40 years of history, there's 150 years of history before that, and that's what San Jose is. I mean, when we look at what has started in San Jose, you know, Cesar Chavez started organizing here. We're in his neighborhood. We have the 1968 Olympians here in San Jose. We're part of that history. We had the Luiso community clinics that became an international model in the Soviet Union for how to provide community care.
La verdad, para mí como latina, inmigrante, fue una gran oportunidad de poder otra vez crear esos puentes y de crear esos espacios para poder compartir quiénes somos, lo que puedo traer a la mesa, al movimiento y lo que de veras, el reconocimiento que necesitamos como comunidad inmigrante que trabaja y contribuye a este país. Problemas existen, años, hay una lucha ancestral de derechos, de reconocimiento, de igualdad, de justicia. Entonces, son los mismos, pero la gran oportunidad de hacer el cambio, hacer historia en el momento que estamos presentes, lo que te toca hacer aquí, hoy, y que nadie lo va a hacer si no lo haces.
We are here in support of the Chicana movement, and as emerging leaders that we're hoping to develop into the future in our community, is we want to learn what has happened in the movement so far, and also to challenge ourselves and see what else we could do in the future.
We have a lot to learn from those that have experienced it in the past, and for those of us that are trying to work for it in the future. It's inspiring because it can be exhausting, and it can be exhausting in a way that you want to give up. And these women haven't given up.
We moved out here from Mexico City in 1979, and I grew up here. This is my home, San Jose. The changes, and this used to be the unemployment office. I don't remember driving by here. The lowriders used to park out here, and my dad would be like, "What's your flojos, go get a job," we get to be hanging out, and to see what it's become now, right? The mecca for our community to express itself and to meet and celebrate, milestones.
Yes, beautiful location.
Yeah.